Macy, obviously, great fight. Congratulations on the victory. You've had a few minutes now. How do you feel the fight went, and how do you feel about your performance?
I worked my ass off for this fight. I didn't have one day off, and I worked all different areas of MMA. Basically living at the gym. I mean, I went home at night. Don't get me wrong, but coaches would come into the gym and be like, "What are you doing here? Take a break." And I just feel like there's just so much more to be done, so much more to learn, and it's not going to get any easier. These girls aren't getting any nicer. They're all extremely tough, and I feel like I got to catch up. I got a lot of work to do. And I just feel like I really proved that. I have really strengthened my grappling. I've really strengthened my wrestling, and I was able to really grapple and kind of handle, a true 145er very well. So, there's a lot that I need to go back to the drawing board with and work on. There's always things to work on, but I knew this fight was going to be mine. Like, no one was going to take this away from me. I worked too hard to get here, and I mean, I'm ready to do more. It's super emotional because it's just, like I said, it's just been nonstop, and it's not gonna get any easier. So I got to keep going.
When did you have that realization that you okay, I've just got to put more hours in the gym? When did you have that moment?
I want to say it was the Raquel fight, but it wasn't around. That was a short notice fight, and I've been working my ass off. Even for that fight. But I just, I'm watching these women, and they're tough. I mean, these aren't people that you can just go in there and take out sometimes. I mean, you have to be able to go 2 rounds, go 3 rounds, So I just need to strengthen everything all around, mentally and physically.
When you do that and then you go in there and perform, do you feel the difference when you're in there?
I feel a huge difference. I feel like I can see a lot clearer, and start making better decisions in my head and my mind. Now that I'm having a full grasp of like a complete MMA background, like the grappling, the wrestling, the striking, and I always want to keep people guessing that if you're gonna go and do this to me, well, you don't know, I've been working this, so it's just getting better.
A few marks, obviously, but how are you feeling after the fight? When would you like to get back in there?
I feel great. Man, I mean, I'm loving fighting at 45 and 35, so we'll see what we're gonna do. I really wanted to come into 45 and stir some things up, so we'll see what we'll catch.
Good stuff.
What was going through your mind when you heard that scorecard for 29-28 for her?
I thought that was a little crazy. I don't know. Maybe it was a few significant strikes that she landed. She's solid as a rock. I threw a kick and I kind of went back. I was like, holy shit, she's like a wall. So I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. Maybe you should ask him.
And then you said you wanted to come in and stir some shit up at the featherweight division, but where do you go from here? Because your champion is going to try to get her other title back, and there's really she hasn't said anything about the featherweight division.
Well, Norma was on a 3-fight win streak, and she pretty much smashed the last few girls that she's gone against. So, I mean, if Amanda wants to fight at 45, I'm here. I'm willing to get ready for that fight.
So is it 45 from here on out? Like 35 is completely out of the question.
No, 35 is still in the mix. But I'm having fun at 45. I get to strength train a lot. I get to train 24/7 and fuel my body. I don't have to run 50 miles a week. I'm still running 25 to 30, but it's not 50.
I mean, 45 is it's always been such a weird division, right?
Yeah.
You feel like you can be that face that sort of carries this division forward into the future for the UFC, where UFC really seems like it's searching for somebody. Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy because there's a lot of girls that fight at 35 that could really go up and fight at 45. I mean, a bunch of us could go up and down. There's a lot of girls that have a tough time to make 35, that could be true 45ers. So, I mean, I would love to be a face, but I know there's girls out there that can make the weight and should be making the weight. But I mean, it's still slim pickings, so we just got to grow it.
Last one for me, but you've really kind of grown up in the UFC. Right?
Yeah.
Like you came into the UFC 2-0.
Yep.
And now you are where you are.
Yeah.
What's that been like? Like, you feel now that you're fully confident in where you are and how far you've come.
Growing up in the UFC is like jumping into an open water full of sharks and hoping not to get bit, right? But you're gonna get bit, right? So it's like you're already going in, right? So now I need to just become that shark and just swim with them.
Do you feel like you are that shark?
I feel like I'm getting there. Yeah, I feel like I'm that shark. I'm gonna be that great white.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You mentioned that people should be making weight. Obviously, there was a big weight miss.
Yeah.
And there was some controversy about the scales.
Yeah.
What's your opinion about that?
Over this past weekend, I've heard all kind of crazy shit. I've been hearing some like conspiracy theory stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I thought that was weird. When I went to weigh in Friday morning before the official weigh-ins, I noticed that my weight went from 145.5 to like 144.8. So I was like, oh, let me just eat some fruit on the scale and go up to 45, because I wanted to make 45 on the dot. And then I got a call from one of the UFC employees, and they're like, okay, the scale's off. And I was like, oh my God. So I went back and checked my weight, and I was still good. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, I can't really point fingers. Maybe it was like somebody was pressing buttons or something, and, there was a language barrier. I have no idea. So, but, yeah, I mean, who knows?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.